Okay, we're going to rig the fire, 5.8. First thing we'll do is check the recommended mast. It's a 430 mast. And we've got our 430 hot rod right here. And it also tells us what extension to use. So I want about 23 centimeters of extension. We can get that ready as well. The nearest one to that's going to be 22 and a half, and you can go up or down one depending on the conditions. Whenever you get a new sail, first thing you want to do is check the batten tension. So the batten key comes on the end of the sail bag, and you just want to crank it until it starts to get firm. You want to overdo it. You want to make sure there's no wrinkles in the battens. And after a couple of sailing sessions, you'll need to go back and retighten because they slowly work loose. Once you've tightened them a few times, generally they stay tight. You don't need to mess with them anymore. Now the mast, you always have the sticker on the bottom of the section. So you want to make sure it goes together like this and not like this. And then set it right up through the sleeve. The top of the sleeve stays open. Slide it in, a little handle in the front. Hope you do that. It starts to get tough. Just put your extension in. Flip it through the pulley and then you can pull it all the way down. And if you need to get in the bottom here, you can just open up the mast pad for better access. Thanks for your help, Patch. Okay. Where's your jet? Now, whenever you're threading the line here, you want to make sure the lines aren't crossed. And with our base, the wheel's in line with the pulley. So it's pretty easy, just go from the next to the mast and work your way out. I just get it nice and firm tension, and I like to use my rigging tool. This is one of the greatest things, makes rigging so easy. Anybody can rig a sail with a rigging tool. It's very simple. And the nice thing about it is you can be very precise with the downhaul. You can change it just a little bit, and without having to strain. If you're just trying to downhaul manually, a lot of times you can't really make those small adjustments. But with this, it's very easy to make small adjustments. and then you just push on the line to push it into the cleat, make sure it doesn't come out. And I like to give it approximately where I think the downhaul is going to be to begin with, and then put the boom on. And for the fire, you can see it's already pretty loose at the top. This will make the boom a little bit longer than you need. Makes it easier to put it on the sail. I always use the rubber shim. Helps protect the mast and makes it grip the mast nice and snugly so that the boom never falls down. I generally like to have the slot up the front so it makes it easier so the door of the boom head doesn't get caught on the edge there. Also, we've got the height guide, so you know where to put your mast every time. I always know I'm right about 125. So you're looking at about a couple of inches, 5 centimeters longer than the sail when it's just sitting there with downhaul on. And again, the specs are on the bag to help you set the sail. We've got 2 grommets. You can either use it on the top grommet or the bottom grommet, or you can actually use both together. And if I'm using the boom right in the middle, the cutout, I like to use both. It's pretty easy. You just go through one, whip around the end, back through the other. And pull it tight. Let's see how we do. First thing I do when I check the fullness is look at this batten. This batten should be behind the mast, should never touch the mast. If this batten is touching the mast, you've got the sail rigged too full. So this is a 5/8, so we like lots of power, so it's pretty deep. So you can judge how deep the sail is just by applying a little bit of pressure right here. And you see it makes a nice deep foil, and nowhere on the boom is the sail touching. So from 5/8, I say this was about the right outhaul. You check that once you got the outhaul on, you want to check the downhaul, see if it's where you want it. Right now, just loosen here, just at the top, so it's fairly tight. Not a lot of twist right now. So again, 5/8, this would be really good for underpowered conditions when the wind's really light. So this would be the absolute minimum downhaul. You can see the looseness all the way in through here. But down at the 4th batten, it's pretty tight. So let's add a little more downhaul and look at what it would be for high winds to get the most out of the sail when the wind's blowing really strong. Let's add one more notch of extension. Always want to make sure that the pin is inside of that little cutback. Now because we put more downhaul on, we want to put a little more outhaul on too. I'm not even going to undo the outhaul, I'm just going to open up the boom clip and slide out 1 notch. Didn't even have to touch this. Now I've got the sail set for maximum winds. Push down the foil, you can see it's a lot flatter, but it's still got some shape to it. Now looking at the looseness at the top, before it was loose into here, now it's more loose into here. So you can see got a lot more twist in the top of the sail. This is going to be better for control and handling gusts and going faster. And when you're out sailing, the mast is actually going to bend and deflect, and everything out here is going to tighten up, and you get a nice twisted foil. That was pretty easy. That was the fire.